And back to school shopping was always fun. When you're a fat kid, that's a fucking blast. Had to shop at the Husky section at the Sears. Any other Husky kids back here? No, only me. You're the only fat bastard. I was standing in the back of the room, I saw some of you guys, and there was no way you weren't fat kids. You could be a real fashion plate shopping at the Husky section. 3 colors of pants to choose from. Brown, gray, and charcoal. Who the fuck wears brown jeans? By the way, somebody's wearing brown jeans and a yellow shirt like a Thanksgiving Day float. A lot of corduroy for fat kids too. What else putting a fat kid in corduroy? Principal may walk around with a fire extinguisher. Real popular with the Boy Scouts though. Hey Eichler, we need a fire. Come running over. Coming! But you gotta find different stuff. You gotta find different stuff to make you happy in life. You gotta find different stuff, to do different stuff. And now, my key to weight loss as I see it is, you have to find something that really motivates you. And then New Year's is the perfect time. New Year's comes along, we all make the resolutions. Every fat guy is there making a resolution. See, 3 years ago, I wanted to lose enough weight where I didn't have to take a nap after I tied my shoes. 2 years ago, I wanted to lose enough weight where I could have sex with my wife, and she wouldn't have to hold the cell phone, so she'd call 911 in case I collapsed on top of her. It's tough. It's tough having sex. You're in the middle, and next thing you know, you see a bright light. All your dead relatives looking down at you. Joey, get your ass up in the air. You're never going to get pregnant that way. All right, Grandma. But this year I hit on something that's working for me. This year I decided I want to lose enough weight to be healthy enough to outlive my wife by a couple months. Just for a little piece right at the very end before I go. That's all don't get me wrong. It's not like she wants me to live forever either, That's why I get things in the morning like, oh, hey honey, you want more butter with your bacon? No. Hey, you stay on the treadmill. Those pains in your chest just mean you're working hard. No, I love my wife. She's fabulous. Because I don't know if you guys, I don't know if you're dating, I don't know what's going on, but I know when I go home tonight, she'll be there. And she'll be there every day. For the rest of my life. Wake up in the morning. She'll be there. Breathing like that. Her nose making that fucking whistle. Sometimes I reach over and pinch it a little bit just to change the tone. It's tough when you've been married for a while. I mean, it's, sex is just total. I mean, the only thing I have to look forward now is anniversary sex. That's my big thing. An anniversary is special for my wife and I because, we turn off the TV. It's tough being romantic when you have the TV and you have Alex Trebek and Jeopardy on in the background. It's less romantic when your wife starts answering the questions. Oh yeah, honey, that's... Oh, what is the Pythagorean theorem? You gotta find different ways. You gotta spice things up a little bit, Married 15 years, you gotta find different ways to keep it interesting. And you gotta be careful when you decide to spice things up, because men's idea of spicing things up and women are completely different. You say you want to spice things up, she'll run out to the pharmacy, and buy some of that KY for couples, You'll come home with that new bisexual girl from work. No, but you gotta keep it, like, for Valentine's Day, right? I figured, we'll spice things up, I'll do something for Valentine's Day, So she was sitting in the living room. I came walking into the living room naked. Reggie's pitching. I sat down next to her on the couch, I took a little Hershey syrup, drizzled it on my penis. I said, Happy Valentine's Day, honey. And I sat there and I closed my eyes, The next thing I went, I felt a nice, warm, wet paper towel in my hand. I said, honey, you better clean that up before you get that on the couch. It was better than it was better though, it didn't work, but it was better than the idea I had for President's Day. I got naked, put on a wig, and chased around with a hatchet. Just marriages, you know, because when we were married, we were dating, we'd have sex all the time. It was just constant. And it was weird because we both lived at home. So you had to wait for people to go out so you could have sex. You know, so my family was always going to, like, you know, fast food and stuff like that. So I'd give them, like, a crazy order to try to buy some time, you know. Oh, you going to Burger King? Get me a Reuben. And a diet pineapple tear. And they say they don't have it, but you ask to see the manager. You know, then they're out the door, and then like it turns into like a, you know, a military routine. All right, honey, let's go in the bedroom. Leave your top on. Just take off your pants. We have no time for anything north of the equator. If they get the kid at the drive-thru that stutters, maybe I can kiss you a little bit. That's it. But you never have enough time. You know, you're in the middle of you having sex. You get all hot. Next thing you know, your mother comes walking in. You got to run to the door all sweaty with your clothes kind of on half-ass. Hi, Ma, how you doing? I'll kiss you hello in a minute, all right? That's right. I know, right? 2 hours in, but we finally got into the cunnilingus material. The kid's gone, right? Oof. I still don't leave him aloof for Rigno, and then I was like, I don't know what's going on. He's a big guy. I mean, I'm a big guy, but like in a totally different way. It's like spread out differently. Mine's all here. And here a little bit, I'll be honest. I miss one. Look like a nice guy. I don't know where I am now. The minute I go off the script, I'm all fucked. No, but my wife, something about my wife. And it's weird, because I had all these negative ideas about marriage, you know? I guess because maybe I was a child of divorce. That's what people always say, oh, that's why you're heavy, you know, you're eating all those feelings away because you were a child of divorce. No, that's why I wear women's underwear. I'm happy my parents got divorced because really, their relationship had murder-suicide written all over it. And you get these weird ideas, and it's funny how the little things that happen to you when you're a kid, you remember, and it affects you the rest of your life. Like, I remember I was about 10, 11 years old. It was my grandparents' 40th wedding anniversary. And I had a big party, and all the relatives were there, and my grandparents had like 6 kids, and all the grandkids were there, and all the relatives. And my grandfather was just kind of sitting there staring off into space, you know? So finally, I sat down next to him. I said, Grandpa, I said, what's going on? I said, what are you thinking about? I said, you got to be happy. I said, you've been married to Grandma for 40 years. You got all these kids, all these grandkids. And I'm like, what are you thinking about? He goes, you know, Joe, on our wedding night, if I would have killed your grandmother, I'd be out on parole by now. True story. He actually said that to me. Usually gets a bigger laugh than that, too. You scared because my grandfather wanted to kill my grandmother? If he would have killed her, I wouldn't have been here, obviously, so he didn't do it. You got a hell of a shot if you're a young man. Just tell her you play ball. She wouldn't know. Say, I'm Obama. All right, and she Did he really kill his grandmother?